Hey everybody out there in YouTube and the YTPC. I'm kind of prepping to go hunting today. Hunting this morning. Tell you what, with the time change and everything, time zone change goes on here in Indiana because a bunch of politicians voted it in so they can play golf longer. But anyways, kind of throws me off. And I try to wake up early if I'm gonna go out hunting all day and everything. I try to wake up a little early so I can get myself put together and get my gear put together. Be sure I got my coffee I'm gonna take out into the woods with me as well, you know. And I learned something last week, or last week or the week before. I can't remember which one it was. Something about anybody that is a new hunter. This is something you need to know. I never realized that, or I never knew this. I knew that when rifle season came in, you're supposed to wear all the orange, you can so you're visible, because only kind of people with rifles and shotguns and stuff, so that you're visibly able to be seen. Especially if you're tracking a deer, and stuff. You don't know who might be in a stand, especially if you're hunting on public land. I'm hunting on private land. That's where I'm fortunate and blessed. But that set aside, I didn't know that you were supposed to wear orange after rifle season. And the reason why is because there's other hunt seasons that come in that are still able to use rifle. And I can't remember them all, but one of them, a squirrel season. Of course, that comes in early and don't go out till January, if I remember right. And I wouldn't quote me on that neither. If you're not sure about those things, either get a hold of your local DNR or go get one of those free magazines from a store wherever they sell hunt supplies, or you can look it up on the DNR's website. But anyways, with that set aside, I never knew that, and so when I had to convert back to bow because I ain't got a good working muzzleloader yet. Now, you've seen in a past video that I've had me some old school muzzleloaders, and that's true, but they're not being used this year, mostly for maintenance reasons. But anyways, I decided to want to try something different. But back to the orange thing though, too. I'm getting ahead of myself. So even after rifle season, due to the fact that there is other hunting seasons that come in that require a rifle or some firearm, you still need to wear hunter's orange after rifle season. So there's a little tip for those that are just getting into hunting and everything. And I started hunting last year, but I'm still learning. I'm still learning. I'll probably never know everything about hunting. Even if I do it till the day I die, I don't think I'll ever learn it all. I don't think. But there is something I'm going to try today. It might work, may not work. Might take a couple of tries before it works. And, I know every hunter has their own method and technique and strategy, and it's interesting to hear what other people's techniques and strategies are, and also to listen to their lessons that they learned during their hunting experience and everything. But there's something I'm going to try today on this hunt. Last year, I kind of come to my own conclusion based off what my buddy's dad was like. And that is I'm very convinced that deer are really attracted to the smell of bush light, cigarettes, and farts. Laugh at me all you want, but I watched 3 deer go down within a matter of a few minutes apart from one another, with all the above being applied just minutes apart. No joke. And my buddy was witness to it, and my buddy's dad was witness to it, because my buddy's dad lit up a cigarette cracked open bush light, and let out a big old fart. Next thing I know, my buddy's down in 3 deer, tagged out, bam. Now, also, you don't want to mix alcohol with hunting, but my buddy's dad, he just is as he is. Now, of course, also there's probably a difference in between hunting private property versus hunting public land, but I feel that the two do not mix. And my buddy that's been teaching me, he feels strongly about the same thing. Very strongly. So, with that being said, something I'm going to try. I seen these in the hunting store at the local sporting goods store, and I don't know how they're going to work, and I'm kind of ignorant about this stuff, as far as scents and everything else, and I work in retail, and I don't know how many people spend lots of money on this stuff, and I don't know how well this stuff works, all these scents and everything else, but I've seen what's worked with my own two eyes, but saw these in the hunting store and our local sporting goods store. Seen these and I thought, you know what? I don't know how these things are good, or if they'll work, and just give you a little there on the backside talking about the instructions. Now I looked on YouTube this particular brand, and there was a lot of videos that people have posted, and they have said that it works, and there's even guys, that got their GoPros and cameras set up that have been using those things, and them bucks just roll in, and those does just roll in, like, hey, smells like a party around here. Or at least, from what I could see on the YouTube, And then there's this other brand called Black Widow. And I was watching the videos on this, and I was amazed at what I saw. But I've also found counter videos too, where they say they only work in certain situations, or they only work if the wind is in a particular place or something like that, But I say it will work great if the wind is not in your favor. And then there's this other guy I like watching on YouTube once in a while, and he writes for Outdoor Magazine. I can't remember his name, but he don't. The only thing he does is a scent eliminator for himself, and he uses all the body products as well as sprays and stuff. It's a scent eliminator, but he counts on the solar winds, once he's up in the deer stand, to take away his scent, and that makes sense too, and everything, if you know about your barometric pressures and winds and stuff like that, and you're sitting about 30 feet up in the air, it makes a lot of sense. And so he tries to eliminate his scent going as much as he can going into his deer stand, and that's kind of cool, so that's something to keep in mind too, if you're hunting a deer stand. And there's something else I kind of learned watching these videos is they said that one common mistake that they said that a lot of hunters make is they always make a scent trail that goes right up to their stand, and he said it causes you to not be able to get that much of an accurate shot. I don't know about that for sure, but these guys write for them magazines, and everything. But the one guy that I watch, he up in shows footage of himself actually out there hunting and everything, and he makes like a button circle, I guess, out away from his stand, because they all said, and one thing all of them have in common though, they all said that they don't want the deer to pay attention to them, but to pay attention to something that is not pointing towards them so they can get a good shot and everything. And of course, also I watch a lot of these advanced videos, where they go on talking about, making false scrapings or fake mock scrapings, I guess you call it, and all this and that, and that's really some high-tech stuff if you think about it. You're really thinking like that deer, which is a good thing, but that is a lot to remember. At least for me it is. Well, anyways, I'm going to end this video there. And also, I'd like to give a shout out to my cousin over in the Tennessee area. If you ain't never seen Wiggy's Wilderness, I'd like to tell you, hop on over there and watch him. He got some deer hunts on his channel that he's went out on and everything. And I've learned some stuff watching his videos and everything. And, I recommend him too, because he knows a lot. He's very knowledgeable, and he won't steer you wrong. Alright, well, and also if you go over to his channel, tell him I sent you. Alright, well, talk at you later. Have a great, wonderful day. If you're a hunter, happy hunting, and hopefully you have a better season than me. I tell you something, I kind of got this joke I told my buddy and his dad. I looked at him and I said, I went in the woods a man, I came out a shooter. And why I say that is because so far I have shot at 2 bucks, and all I got from one buck is the hair to show that he got away. Tracked him about 100 yards, I think we did, and lost trail. Another one I shot at, and well, the first one I shot with a bow. Second one, and that is a crossbow, by the way. Second one I shot with a rifle. Had a blood trail, but I think I accidentally shot just a hair bit too high. But we tracked that. Oh, I couldn't tell you how far we tracked it, and we lost it. And then add on to that is one of the conjuring neighbors with the property line that we got permission to track this buck on that I shot. I think they was talking to him like a week later and told him that about a couple yards away from where we ended our tracking, they said that they found where there was, deer hair spread out all over the place and a few remnants of a deer, and they think, and their neighbors think that may have been the buck I actually shot, and we should have just went a few more yards over and we probably would have found it. Just knowing that, kind of discouraging, but you know what? It's a learning experience, and I'm happy about that. Although I will say this, I would love to actually shoot at a buck or a doe when it's like morning time. That way you got plenty of daylight to track it. Of course, also I'd love to be lucky and just get one of those one hit and down shots, That'd be really nice. But it's a learning experience. I learn as I go. And like I said, if you're a hunter, happy hunting. May you have a great hunting season. And as far as deer is concerned, and even more. Anyways, have a good one, and wherever you be at, may the good Lord bless you. Later.